Thank you, thank you. Nice to see you again. Yes. Look, I'm really glad you guys are all tuning in. I mean, it does take a lot of work to press on a YouTube link, right? If you guys don't know me, although I hope by now you guys do, my name's Tyler Johnson, the host of Live with Ty, Boston's premier talk show that shines the brightest lights on Boston's superstars. How are we doing tonight, though? I know I'm counting down the days of spring break. And I also know that at least one class is definitely piling all your work on you at once, and it sucks. But my best, honest advice, skip the class and get canes. I'm telling you guys, it's the way to go. On a more serious note, though, spring break is coming soon, which means that Boston weather is hitting that really weird time of year, right? Like, it's 55 and sunny one day, and then it's 20 degrees out, and I'm freezing my balls off. That kind of weather. The weather that leads you on more than that baddie from your lecture who you keep telling your friend keeps hitting your line, but it's really just for the test answers. And then when the class ends, you never hear from her again, even though she was the kindest soul you ever met, and you could never see yourself with anyone else, even though you planned your wedding with her, overlooking Malibu to the detailed, even though you expressed your love to her with a heartfelt note written with your own blood. And even though you dreamt about her for every night for 3 months straight, you guys know what I mean, right? Just me? Okay, moving on. This recent weather, though, is a godsend, though. Last week, back with the R. Kelly ice, I went out to Cambridge to film some content, and that was no joke. Our videographer's hands almost fell off, Kobe's teeth were chattering, and I lost all feeling, you know, the Little Johnson area. Standing outside for 3 hours getting content in the freezing temperatures for you people was more than worth it, though, because I got to top it off with El Jefe's. You know, our crew was actually having a debate about El Jefe's versus Chipotle, and personally, I think it's a toss-up. For me, El Jefe's might be a little bit fresher, but it takes longer and feels like it's trying too hard. Chipotle is more of the dude who wears the same hoodie 5 days in a row and pulls it off, like me. And when it comes to where I want to spend my Friday after a long night out, it's definitely in a hoodie, not with an $18 burrito. I was supporting Chipotle because, honestly, I feel good going in there. I like to think of Chipotle as an extension of the gym. Like everyone who hits a lift, and when their mom walks in with a fresh bowl, it's always got double chicken, rice, and the blandest stuff on the menu. No sour cream, no guac, just pure fuel. No deviation. Like, God forbid, some chili roasted corn salsa throws off the macros. But honestly, I respect it. Maybe my loyalty to El Jefe's is what's been holding me back from getting some serious gains. Like, I'm only getting smaller. Damn. No matter where you go, though, you're asking for at least half an hour on the toilet before you can go back to your regular schedule. But how about Harvard students, huh? Yeah, I didn't expect claps, but they do deserve some praise. I'll give it to them. They're a lot nicer than we thought they were here on the show. I mean, they only spit on us 3 times instead of 10. Guys, I'm kidding. But they are surprisingly nice people. I mean, sure, they thought I was subhuman at first, but they eventually bumped me up to first grade level when they found out I could operate a microphone. You know, the most surprising thing about these kids, though, is that they don't smell as bad as a lot of people think. And they can hold a conversation pretty well. Oh, that? Oh, MIT? Oh, yeah, my mistake. Those still might be true for those kids over there. But Harvard does have something very, very impressive that even the finest people at BU don't have. And that's a campus. I mean, you know how nice it was to walk in an enclosed space with buildings not too far away, without crowds of people walking on either side of the road? It was pretty nice. It almost makes you wonder what BU's founders were thinking. Like, yeah, let's make a college right in the middle of the city, but no, we'll save a campus for the ugly brother downtown, the 2 nerdy neighbors across the river, and give a beautiful piece of scenic land to a school not even in Boston, but in Beacon Hill. I mean, that's crazy. Man, the more I think about it, the more I want to get out of here. But luckily, I am graduating this year. I know. Me graduating? I beat the odds. What can I say? A student athlete who kept good grades, started his own TV show, and never had to step foot in Warren once? Nah, I'm only kidding. I'm still missing one key thing to make me truly relevant. And it's been bugging me for quite some time, if I'm being honest. Guys, like, I want my rap career to take off. I don't know if you've heard, but I've had a SoundCloud for years now, and just like every other rapper on there, I've only gotten 5 streams so far. But I prepared a little something for you to showcase my talents to the world. A music producer and Lessa, Live with Ty in its prime, We've got 2 amazing guests for you and nothing but time. Thanks so much, guys. Once again, I'm Tyler Johnson. We got a great show for you tonight. Soon we'll be back with 2 of the greater Boston area's biggest stars in the music industry. One who can give me vocal tips and one who can actually help my music have listeners. So sit back, relax, because they're in studio right now, unfiltered, ready to speak their mind. Let's go. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Live with Ty. Better please.
We all know him pretty well.
And you guys are so much fun. I was thinking,
Live with Ty starts now.
Welcome back with Cybersound's very own Mike Midura. So at your time, now that you're with Cybersound, you work with, huge artists. Some of them are like Jaden Smith, Big Sean, Charlie XCX, Gucci Mane, my man, Rick Ross,
Yeah.
What's it like and what's their role in the company that you're at now?
Yeah, so Cybersound is an independent studio. It's been in existence for like 30 years now, in various different forms. But, historically, we're one of the bigger studios in Boston where major artists come, typically when they're touring. Because, Boston's not like the destination recording city. It's like
Not
city.
yet.
Not yet,
Manifest.
Exactly. But you get like your New York and your LA, that's where
Okay,
people
that's
go
true.
to make records. But when you're playing the Garden and you need somewhere to record, we have pretty good relationships with, Sony, with Warner, with Universal. And so a lot of times they'll send their bigger artists to us.
To do that stuff. So
Yep.
we're going to play a game here, given your experience in the music industry. Are you ready?
Oh, here we go.
Okay, let's do it. The game is called Lyric or Literature. So I'm going to say a lyric or a piece of literature, and you're going to try to decipher which is what.
All right.
Sound good?
We'll see how this
Okay,
goes.
so the first one, and in the end, the love you take to the love you make equals the love you make.
Ah, it's a classic Beatles right
Okay,
there.
correct.
Yeah.
Okay, next one. Do I dare disturb the love song of the universe?
Sounds more literary to me.
Okay. You're correct
I'll lock
again.
it in. Yeah, cool.
Okay.
What's it from?
J. Alfred Proof by T.S. Eliot.
Oh, okay, cool.
So the next one is stars, hide your fries, let not my light see my black and deep desires. Hide my fires, not fries.
I was gonna say French fries.
Yeah, this isn't a McDonald's commercial.
Ooh, stars, hide your fires.
Yeah.
To me, lyrics. That's lyrics.
Literature. You want to
Wow,
know who?
please
You definitely
tell,
know
yeah.
this person, Shakespeare.
Oh, no way.
Yeah, Shakespeare.
That sounds like some 2000s radio. Like.
Yeah, dude. I mean, you never know. We might hear an edit of it one day.
Who's to say?
Last one. We rise and fall with the tides, wrapped in a moment, like it's all we got.
Lyrics.
Literature.
Really?
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah, literature.
Someone make a song out
It's
of that.
called
Wow.
"Live Like You Were Dying," Tim McGraw.
Ah, Tim McGraw.
Yeah, wait.
He wrote a book?
You were right. That's on me.
Whoa.
Lyric. Yeah, that was on me. Okay, guys, we make mistakes. Something that also always piqued my interest is that when you're working with these big artists or actors, they have a personality about them. Some of them might always not be the nicest people, but sometimes they might be really, really nice. What's been your experience working with the people who at the very top of the game, like they are the headliners and whatever they do, compared to, some of the people who are trying to get there?
Right. I mean, in my experience, the people who are already at the top of their game are some of the nicest, most genuine,
Really?
coolest people out there. The names I will drop, there was a project I was assisting on with Nile Rodgers
Okay.
and Cucurell, who
Wow.
produced for Rihanna, Beyonce.
Oh my gosh, you gotta tell them to stop by.
Yeah, right?
Yeah,
If
come
I
on.
had his number, I would,
Same.
But they were just like, they came in and just extremely professional, but extremely nice. They didn't boss anyone around, and they got right down to business. And it was incredible to watch them work and just see how their team ran. Everyone was so cool. They weren't stressing each other out, and they
Yeah.
weren't being, mean to each other or anything, which is something you find with people who are trying to make it or who think that, they've made it.
Yeah.
They tend to get a little bit of an ego, a little bit of, they can be hard personalities to navigate sometimes.
Well, I want to believe you, but given the amount of people that we've hit up that are big time, being like, yo, come have a conversation with me. I'm not the most inclined to be like, man, they're the nicest people. But, you know, maybe one day when they're in your seat, my mind will be changed. So I want you to role play with me a little bit here. So if I'm an aspiring young artist and I want to make it big, what should be the first steps that I take?
Wow. Yeah, I mean, I think it's simultaneously.
You've worked with a lot of people.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, right. I mean, I work with big names, but most of the people I work with aren't big names. They're, local people, local bands who are, sometimes they're trying to make it big, sometimes they're just trying to have fun and be creative, and either way is great. But it's easier than ever right now to get your music out and to get people to hear it and to, spam the gram, spam TikTok, do all that stuff. And it does work. You have to have good music.
Of course.
That's really step one. But assuming you have something really worthwhile and something that's great and will connect with a lot of people, like social media is great. It's a really, I hate it, but it's a great. it's such a double-edged sword because
Why do you hate it?
You just get dragged into it and like, oh, I gotta do my daily post or else I'm not gonna get as many likes on my next. You just get like bogged down in the numbers a little bit.
Do you feel like that enhances the creative journey for some of these artists, or could they be too bogged down with the numbers?
Yeah, it destroys. It them. I've great people who make great music, just try to do social media for themselves to like get get their music out there to people, and it just like saps your energy. You don't want to do it. You don't want to like be creative. The last thing you want to do after a great day of writing music and recording music is go home and plan out 100 social media posts to like roll out your project. Like, why I think that's the first person that people should hire if you're looking to get like a more professional like rollout of your music.
What, social media manager?
A social media manager, or even just like a general like manager type person who can help you do. They can do merch, they can do your social media, they can do like your branding, like that kind of stuff.
Would that fall within the terms of like an agent? Or
yeah, I mean, an agent, like typically an agent is someone who just tries to get you work.
Okay.
But yeah, like a manager, or even social media, someone who knows marketing, that kind of stuff. Call your friends. You probably got friends in school who do.
I got a couple.
Exactly. Couple. And reach out to those people, because those people are going to be the ones coming up with you. That, if they're good at what they do and you're good at what you do, like keep it going.
What would you say is maybe the most underappreciated aspect of the music business right now?
I think for me personally, it's actually like working with smaller artists.
How so?
I think kind of like what we were saying, those people are the ones who are putting passion into what they're doing, the ones who are on a budget, but they really want to exercise that creative outlet. It's some of the most rewarding projects I've worked on have been with those smaller artists, because you get to realize someone's creative vision. And I mean, a lot of times their dream, and if they're making their first song ever, that's something really, really special. It's just very rewarding to me to get to be the vessel for that.
Well, definitely, we hope that's a trend that continues in the future. Mike, thank you so much for joining the show.
Thank you.
It's been a pleasure speaking with you. I hope you guys enjoyed that. Big shout out for Mike for coming on the show. Next up, we're with our first musical guest ever on Live with Ty. We'll be right back. Welcome back to the studio. Our next guest is ready to make her mark on the up-and-coming Boston music scene. Please welcome Lessa.
Hey.
So Lessa, I've always been curious, when it comes to music, did you get your start off as a solo artist or more in a band?
I started writing as a solo artist when I was literally like 6 years old. So I only started in a band when I came to college, which was a great experience.
So another thing that you also said is music is the thing that brings you life. What new life has you found recently through music?
I feel like recently, when I first came to college, I'd always done music, but I really was able to find myself and find my sound and surround myself with people who really inspired me creatively. And I feel like only then I kind of was able, not to get cheesy, but I was able to kind of find myself and kind of be my most authentic self. And I feel like that's really the only way to live.
And when you became an artist, especially coming onto the college music scene, you got connected with the previous guest. His name is Mike. Love him. How did you two get connected?
I called the studio that he works at, and I was like, I need a producer. And they're like, I got a guy. And he's so talented, great, and I've been working with him ever since.
Given that you're from Florida, right, why choose Boston to make your mark on the music scene?
I hate the summer. I hate the sun.
Okay.
I'm not a beach person, so I'm like a northeasterner at heart.
Okay.
Like, I was born and raised in Florida, but I
Or you're like
love-
anti-Florida.
Yeah.
Okay, I mean,
Yeah, I mean, listen, I think it's a great place for vacation, but I've always wanted to live in the Northeast. So I thought Boston. I love the city of Boston. I think it's like has so much culture and it's so charming and there's lots of history. So I've really enjoyed living here.
and we love you here. That's the most important thing. So
Thank you.
one thing that I was thinking, I was watching a couple clips of your song For the Plot. It kind of reminds me a little bit of Olivia Rodrigo, a little bit.
Yes.
You know?
Yes.
Am I crazy for thinking that?
No,
or?
no, you're not. That's totally true. I think Olivia Rodrigo was a big inspiration for me when I wrote that song. I feel like more recently my style has kind of evolved to be a bit more like singer-songwriter, not folk, but some folk like influences. But when I first started writing, like first For the Plot was one of the first songs that I had like put out after Orange and Blue, which was like the first one I ever really like recorded and put out. And back then I was very like Olivia Rodrigo, like synth pop. And I still love that, but I think like your sound evolves as you grow
Dude,
up.
of course. I mean, that's what artists are for, always evolving, always changing. So if you don't mind, we're going to play a quick game here.
Sure.
It is called AI Musician Mashup.
Ooh.
And usually when it comes to guests on the show, I know the answer, but for these, I don't. So we're going to play together. You know, may the best person win.
All right.
We'll do that. All right, let's do it, man. Okay. So it's two artists put together, and which two artists could they be? I honestly don't know. Sneaky Drake, and for me,
Yeah.
I'm going to say Drake, and call me crazy, but I'm going to say DJ Khaled. I'm maybe crazy for that, but you know, I've been known to be a crazy person before. It's okay.
I feel like I agree with you.
Okay, we're going to go with that. It's decided
Definitely
on?
some Drake in there.
Okay, Drake, DJ
I can
Khaled,
say that
show
for
us.
Sure. Yeah. Oh my
Drake
God.
and
Noah Khan.
Noah Khan.
Bro, that's crazy.
Okay, we got one. We got one right. We got
Yeah.
one right.
It's
Okay,
50%.
50%. I would say that's better than nothing.
Better than nothing.
Better
yeah.
than nothing.
Glass
Okay.
half full.
Yeah, glass. I like you more and more. I like that. Come on.
Thank you.
All right, let's do the next one. Oh my gosh, Justin Bieber.
Taylor Swift.
Justin Bieber, Taylor Swift.
Yes.
Okay, that one's easy. Show me the money.
Show us. Jacob Elordi.
What? Dude.
Bro, he's not even a musician.
Yeah, I mean, come on. Like,
The heck?
guy, dude, what the
on.
hell? Bruh. Okay, next
Yeah.
one. I was a Taylor fan until that.
Oh,
Oh, my goodness.
that is gross.
All right,
I
one
don't
thing
even
I
wanna
will
look
say,
at that.
it's very easy to tell that this is AI generated.
Yeah.
Whether who AI used to mash this up and create somebody with two, white spots on their
Yeah.
head, I'm not sure. Who are you thinking?
Oh God, I don't even know for this one.
Okay. I'm guessing the person, on Live with Ty, we try to have cultural relevance. So
yeah.
I'm gonna say Kendrick,
Yeah.
mixed with
I do not know the second one though.
Kendrick mixed with Usher. That's what I'm gonna say. I'm not good at this game, but never played it before.
Me neither.
You know?
This is tough.
This is tough. Show us the money.
Let's go.
Let's try it. Okay. Tupac, dude, come on. Oh, okay. We could have got Tupac from the things on his head.
Okay.
Okay, I got you.
Okay.
Okay, Ed Sheeran.
Sheeran.
Okay, that was good,
and-
Jinx.
Yeah.
Um,
and, Louis Capaldi.
I don't know who that is, but I'm gonna go with your answer. Were you right?
What? No, I don't even know who that is.
Zach Bryan. Oh.
I didn't even know that was with.
Yeah, me either. Dude, these mashups, they're getting me. Okay, last one. Ariana Grande.
Yes, and
Adele? No.
I could see Adele.
Okay, all right, wait. Something's telling me it might be Adele.
I feel like it's.
Are we
Adele.
gonna agree on that one?
Yes, I
Okay.
agree.
Ariana Grande and Adele, show us the money.
Okay, we got it. Last
Come
one
on,
for
come
Sean.
on, dude. Come on, put it there, put
Oh,
it there. I think we got like what, 2 for 6, something like that. I mean, I don't think that's too bad.
No,
All
and
right,
we ended strong.
We ended strong.
Yeah.
That's what matters most in life.
Of course.
Am I crazy for saying that?
No.
Okay, good. I
Totally-
like that.
totally
I like
valid.
that. When you started off, there was a band called Lessa and the Moors. Can you tell me a little bit more about how that band came to be?
Yeah, so I am a part of the music business club at BU,
Okay.
and my spring semester, my freshman year, I was chosen to be an artist for the
We'll
club.
see why.
It's something they do.
Amazing.
Oh, thank you. And so the band was formed. Basically, they give you like a team of people, and the band was like my team, and we're just like, we should start a band. And it was actually funny. We were at a house show, and this random guy was like, "Oh my God, like Lessa and the Moors would be such a funny name." And we're like, "It actually would." So we kept it, and we played under that for a little while, and it was so fun. And I still play with them, and they're awesome.
And I can see where your name like ties into the band Lessa, but you
Yeah.
have to tell me the more part.
So like
I looked it up. I didn't really see anything. I was like, okay.
you know, like less is more, like the saying. So Lessa and the Moors,
play
you
on
know.
words.
Yeah. Mhm.
That is brilliant. That is brilliant. So when it comes to, aspiring artists, what's the moment in your career where you feel like, you've made it?
I feel like either playing a gig with playing a gig at like a larger venue, I would say like a mid-sized venue. Like I really want to play even like a Brighton Music Hall.
Yeah, you could
like,
dream with me.
House of Blues,
Okay.
Manifest
Manifest it.
that. Or
Okay.
just like I'm putting out an album, called Jaded,
Okay.
and I want people to listen. That's really my, I'm not, I just, whatever happens, happens. I just want people to enjoy my art the way that I enjoy and love my art.
You said you have an album coming out.
Yeah.
And this is it. This is Jaded, everybody. And you're actually going to perform a couple songs for us.
I am.
Can you give us a sneak peek of maybe which songs we can expect to hear?
Yeah, so we're going to be playing Sirens, which is actually a song I wrote with my band, Lessa and the Moors, and I'm releasing it on the album. And then the first single off the album, which is out now, also called Jaded.
If you can't tell, I'm buzzing, man. I can't wait. First musical guest on Live with
I'm
Ty.
so excited.
Come
You
on,
have
it's
no
going to be
idea.
so great. Thanks so much for coming on the show.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Stay tuned to the end of the episode for Lessa's performance of her new single, Jaded. Now please welcome your amazing anchors, Colby and Layla, for this week's Midweek Madness.
Welcome to Midweek Madness. I'm Layla Penn.
I'm Colby Johnston. This week, Elon Musk threatened to fire federal workers if they didn't respond to an email asking for the work they did in the last week. Imagine the guy who had to explain to his family that they'd go hungry because he didn't check his spam folder. Or worse, he did check and decided not to respond to the email that said, "Yo, it's Elon. Hit me back or I'm jacking your bread."
On Sunday, Timothée Chalamet won the SAG Award for Outstanding Performance by a Male Actor in a Leading Role. His speech took a surprising turn as he declared he was in pursuit of greatness, citing idols like Daniel Day-Lewis, Viola Davis, and Michael Jordan. Naturally, this can only mean one thing. Space Jam 3 is in the works, where instead of facing off against the Monstars, Timothy must protect Kylie from all of Kendall's exes.
This week, the U.S. lost an overtime thriller to Canada in the Four Nations final. Congrats, Canada. You barely won a game you created. That's like another country almost matching the U.S. in shootings for a month. Crazy stuff. A 38-year-old Georgia woman, Christina Murray, is suing a fertility clinic for implanting the wrong embryo after she gave birth to another couple's baby. She claims, "I just knew the second I held him in my arms he wasn't mine." Yeah, sure.
Last Friday, BU Today posted an article listing everything you want to know about BU's $55 million Warren Towers renovation. According to BU officials, the renovator will be done next year and feature singles with private bathrooms, lightning-fast elevators, and touchless controls, and even a sauna on the first floor for students to unwind. Psych, you really thought. Mass General Brigham Hospital plans to cut approximately 1,500 positions in 2 waves between February and March. Patients were stunned, especially when there was no one left in the building to break the news to them.
Last week, an SUV collided with the BU shuttle while traveling eastbound near the Target on Com Ave. Yes, students were on board, and yes, it was pretty scary. I mean, I saw it all with my own eyes. I wasn't on the bus, but from what I could see, it looked pretty bad. Thankfully, no one was hurt. And guys, I promise next time to check my blind spot.
On February 27th, former BU culinary student chef Ryan Scanlon will compete on Gordon Ramsay's Next Level Chef. Hoping to break into the industry and become a top-tier chef, when asked what sparked his passion for cooking, Scanlon simply said, "I lived in Warren Towers my freshman year." Yeah, that's it. That's the whole quote. No further explanation needed.
We're really crapping on Warren Towers today, aren't we? Anyway, President Trump's recent terminations in D.C. have been making headlines as a U.S. agency just halted the firing of 6 government employees. But honestly, that's not even the most controversial decision coming out of Washington right now, because somehow the Washington Wizards still exist. Drake's new album with Party Next Door hit #1 this week, right after we at Live with Ty publicly expressed our disappointment with some of its most memorable moments. We're so sorry, Drake, and we really hope this means we're still invited to your party next door to the high school this weekend.
After Suits' massive success on Netflix, the show's creators have just announced Suits LA, a brand new spin-off following high-powered lawyers, but this time in La La Land. So just like the original, but now every case is either about a botched BBL or a lawsuit over a $20 amount. The White House announced Tuesday that it will now decide which journalists get access to President Donald Trump's events. In related news, tomorrow's White House catering will feature unseasoned chicken, a build-your-own avocado toast bar, and a DIY charcuterie station, topped off with a live performance from Dave Matthews Band. Once again, this was Midweek Madness. I'm Layla Penn.
And I'm Colby Johnston. Have a good one, or maybe an okay one, or maybe a bad one. I don't know.
Performing 2 songs from her new album, Jaded, please welcome Lessa.
Dancing in my room with the vinyl records on. White paint chip from the red tape I ripped off. So many faces that are haunting me. Gotta get up, gotta get out of this murder scene. Oh, yeah, the sirens blaring, heart pounding in my chest. I know the warning signs well, but I don't wanna rest yet. Running down the street in my warning high tops. Everything's so bright and I don't want it to stop. So many voices screaming in my head. Gotta get up, gotta get out of this bed I made. Oh, hear the sirens blaring, heart pounding in my chest. I know the warning signs well, but I don't wanna rest yet. You never understood it. You never felt like home. So you say I'm a ray of sunshine. You're the storm. Hear the sirens, hear the sirens.
Thank you. That song is called Sirens, and it's off my new album, Jaded, which is out April 4th. And next, we're going to be playing Jaded, which is the first single off the album, out now, all streaming platforms.
Too young to be jaded, too old to be naive, too strong to give in. I don't know when to trust something. My heart's at a red light, my mind's racing. Round and round it goes, don't seem to be winning. I'm under lock and key, it's taking all my energy to stay away, but I'm trying not to think about it. No, I'm falling. not to think about it. Now I'm falling fast, no safety net to catch my heart. Oh, and now I'm trying not to think about it. Trying not to think about it.
That was awesome, guys. Be sure to stream Jaded out on all platforms. Thank you and good night.